Today was the first real winter snow of the season here in Milwaukee, and it happened during the morning rush hour, so it was pretty rough out there. I actually was driving in it. I was on my way to a meeting at a neighboring parish, and while we Wisconsinites are pretty hardy and used to the snow, that first snow of the year can be a bit touchy, though, as we're not used to driving on it just yet. But I was really grateful for the amount of caution drivers were generally showing on the roads this morning, particularly how drivers were leaving space in between cars with all of the slipping and sliding going on. And I got to thinking about that concept of leaving space as I plodded along slowly in morning rush hour traffic, because that's not something I tend to do in my life. I was doing it on the roads today, but not in my life. I like to fill my life with the clutter of busyness. I don't like a lot of space being left. And then I got to thinking about Jesus, who willingly left space. I think of John chapter 14, verse 26, when Jesus was reflecting on the space he was going to leave after his death, resurrection, and ascension, but then talking about the gift of the Spirit that would come in to fill that space and continue to form and shape his disciples in marvelously wonderful ways. Within all of that is a holy invitation to pause and pray today, especially if we're prone to clutter the space of our lives with all sorts of busyness like I am. And maybe reflect on where we might be called to leave a little space in our lives. I'm going to start with some low-hanging fruit for me, which is hopefully a little less time on social media and electronic devices. And also, I already started today decluttering some of my workspace, both at the rectory and here at the parish, because sometimes that just becomes an extension of how busy and cluttered my mind and my life is. And even though those are low-hanging fruit for me, it's proven difficult to leave some space in those ways, and I'm sure it will in the future. But the paradoxical gift of it all is if we're able to leave some space in our lives, then there is space for something more meaningful and sustaining to enter. God's peace and blessings to you all.